Hello, it's the normal playing guy, and hey, guess what? We have some new LRs. Carnival Rising LRs looking pretty great. We have a new Int LR kid, Gohan. He's pretty fun, right? And then, of course, we have, let's have a look at it. It is right here. And of course, you have the new LR AGL Goku, who also looks to be very fun. We've just done the video on Gohan, and he is quite an offensive unit, right? He has his perks. He has some downsides in terms of how you would possibly build him, and he doesn't build up in terms of attack, but more receive. But again, overall, he's a pretty well thought out. I like what he does. Now we're going to be focusing on this Goku. So you might be thinking, well, how can I pull him? Well, funny enough, about the tons of thanks summon tickets. So these are the rainbow tickets. We talked about them a little bit in the what can you expect in this celebration. So if you've been playing the game, you've been collecting all the tickets from the missions, you should be able to summon on this brand new banner. Well, there's two actually, one for Gohan, one for Goku. And you can summon them, and they're totally for free. And then, of course, you could also use them to chase the new 8th anniversary units. Of course, if you have pulled the new anniversary units, of course, you take the free punts at this. Why not? On top of which, it's discounted for the first run, 30, 35, 45, and of course, every fourth is free. So you can sink some stones. And as it's a carnival banner, boosted rates. So as we keep going down, you'll find that Metal Cooler is in here, and then you'll find his counterpart, which is the movie hero Goku. So there's some legitimate ones in here. I think like Golden Freezer's on one. So I mean, there's some really, really good ones in this, right? So it's fantastic. If you wanted to sink some stones into this, well, we're getting plenty of stones, so it's not a problem. It's boosted. And of course, you have some tickets. But yeah, I have quite a lot of stones into each one. Funny enough, I got this unit on the ticket and then went nearly 1,000 to get another copy. I've got 1,000 on this guy nearly, and he's come up with anything but him. I've had a plethora of other LRs, brilliant, but I just haven't pulled this guy. But anyway, we're going to be talking about this guy. Gohan was a very offensive unit, so what can I say about Goku? Well, anyway, he is a soul pumped up in battle. So, Turtle School, 3 key, 200%. So, again, like the other one, not at all half baked. Really, really nice. So, what do we have? Entrance animation. Okay, so that's pretty nice. You'll see that. So, you get 4 key, 59% to stats, and you guard all attacks for the first 6 turns. Okay, you still walk away with 4 key, 159%. Do you know that's weird because the Gohan has 4 key, 58%, right? And he has an additionals built in, so that's fine. And then he has 4 key, 158% to the start of turn. So why is it like 1% more? That's weird. They're giving this guy 1%. The fact that, by the way, the fact that this guy guards for the first 6 turns is insane with the additional key attack and defense. That's really, really nice. The first thing they'd like to point out, though, is that they like to say he survives a KO attack once within the turn. So, that, well, it depends on what his stats are, but that could save your life. So you see, that is kind of reminiscent to that the Frieza saga, the Namek saga rather. There's a Goku, he's like Fist of Fury kind of deal, and he has this, but he's an ass unit, so it depends what this unit does, right? Because basically, when you survive the KO attack, you basically you only just have 1 HP left. So it remains to see if that actually basically stops the rotation and you actually survive and come back like an actual revival. So you do recover 59% HP when 40% is when you're under 40% at the end of the turn just once. Okay, so that's kind of nice. So that is really nice. You get an additional 1 key up to 5 and chance of critting 9 up to 59. So you do need like 8 attacks with each attacks received. So you get key and crit chance. So that's a bit weird. That's kind of backwards. Well, maybe. You get an additional 59% defense, starting which the character receives the 5th attack in battle. See, like Gohan was, you get an additional attack for every 5th in battle, and it was only 58. So again, kind of weird. You get an additional 120% attack, starting from which the character receives the 9th attack in battle. and you get an attack. So Gohan's getting key and defense with each attack received up to 58% again, so one less. But this guy is getting key and crit, and he is getting defense after every fifth, but it's not a stacking. I'm afraid it resets. Whereas the Kid Gohan gets the attack, so he has probably, and with his damage reduction instead of the guard. Okay, so you get 120% attack, starting from which you receive the ninth attack in battle. So basically, depending on his stats and super attack, this could be pretty gnarly. And he has a high chance of nullifying Ki Blast supers directed at the character and countering. So it's a 50% chance to avoid a Ki Blast. Okay, so like the Gohan, so he has, for the first 6 turns, a 70% chance to do an additional super attack. It is a guaranteed normal. He has the same as this, barring 1%. So he has damage reduction against the enemy he's hit with his 18 key, whereas this guy, for once only, you'll get a nice heal and you will survive the KO, but this will be an ass ability. The Gohan builds up key and defense. This guy's key and crit, so I think this one is worse. And of course, since the Gohan already has the built up defense, this is attack for him. This is the same, and so that's fine. And then of course he doesn't have this, so that's something new. Okay, so what are the super attacks? So you do raise attack and defense for the turn, so that's better than the Gohan, who just raises attack only, and your 18 key stacks defense and attack for the turn. So about the same. I think Gohan's got a better 18 key because he stacks attack and defense. But you do raise it for the turn, so you do get a little bit more. So in terms of stats, coming in at 55%, we're talking a little less start of turn stats actually in terms of defense, but will hit about 1,000 more because he's coming in at 15,700, I believe, and this is 16,900. And I believe coming in at defense is like 15,500. So again, you'll have slightly higher start of turn stats with Gohan. He also stacks in his 18, and he can have damage reduction, and he's building up defense with every attack received. So he may slightly be better worked out, but again, this guy will hit hard. Okay, so depending on who you have aligned, does this guy have a unit super attack? You do. So unit super attack, it depends on who we have in this. So you do stack defense still, and only raise attack for the turn. So it's a oh no, that's just ultra. No, sorry, there is no unit super attack in this. Interesting. He does have an active skill. Let's have a look. Can be activated when HP is 59% or less, when there is another Earthbred fighter's ally in the same turn from the 5th turn. So massively raise attacks, ultimate damage, and within the turn all attacks become crits. This will hit harder. Let's have a look. You see, the funny thing is, I think Gohan's still better because he has, when HP is 58% or less, which is weird, he has to have a bond of master and disciple, which I think is easier to get. He has this, and within the turn. And within the turn, he applies the super excellent effect, so he's super effective against all types, which means, I think that's going to hit harder ultimately altogether, so it's going to be hard to say. This guy does have more start of turn attack, but less defense, of the way around for Gohan, but I think Gohan's actually slightly better. Right, okay, so how do we look at this? Well, outside of the 1% curiosity that we have, again, I think it's okay. There might be a few things here and there. For sure, the first thing that strikes me straight off the bat is the fact that you guard for the first 6 turns, coming in with 14,500 defense, right, which is pretty nutty. So we're talking there's a lot of units you could wish to get that level, so that's pretty great. So we are talking the ninth year era, so that's fine. I mean, you do also have this, so it's not as if he's out of the count. You do have this, which is really nice. It's basically that Bulma event again, right? So that could actually apply at the same time. But again, it's basically like a mini sensor beam or that Bulma support memory. So this is nice. So you probably will end up getting this. so you can rely on it, and it recovers. I mean, 59%. That's almost two-thirds. That's pretty great. This I think is a bit weird because like you build up chance to crit, so we will hit hard. Like it's funny how you're going to be building up attack and crit, yet his super attack his active skill guarantee crits, but you're going to be building up crits, and you are going to need to do it quite a bunch of times, like 9 times or something. So, yeah, uh, this could be nice. Every fifth attack, and it resets after every fifth. You get this. I'm actually curious to know, like the Gohan who gets the attack from this. Does this reset, or is this permanent? I mean, that I'd want to know. I'd want to know. And this is ridiculous. Gohan has this as well. So this is pretty nutty. So this will make them really daft. But yeah, this is nice. I can't remember what the Gohan have, but Gohan definitely doesn't have this. So that's fine. But yeah, so altogether they're all pretty similar. But yeah, okay. So as he stacks up, I feel like Gohan's slightly better built, but again, the guard and the heal really do actually speak out to me. Okay, so in terms of links, same warrior race, all in the family, experienced fighters, in fighter, legendary power, fierce battle, and Z fighters. So as you can see by the top 25, the first thing that strikes out is experienced fighters, because experienced fighters is given a lot of this to hear. Combine that with all in the family, and yeah, you got some pretty nasty links in there. So first and foremost, it appears that the new Carnival Gohan is the new one. We have same warrior race, all in the family, Z fighters. So like all in the family, 20% defense. I'd imagine this is going to be like a make or break for this unit, having that all in the family. Beast Gohan, enraged Gohan. Let's have a look. All in the family, in fighter, fierce battle. Really nice. The 8th anniversary units are on this. Why are the 8th anniversary units on this? Because they have experienced fighters, as I said. So experienced fighters, giving them that ability. And again, do we have it on this? Experienced fighters. The Gohan has the innocence, which means that he's useful in some of us, right? But yeah, the experienced fighters gives means that this roster drastically changes, because like these guys have it, these guys have it, this guy has this guy has all in the family and infighter, but this would be all in the family. This would be all in the family. Yeah, all in the family. So the Gokus will have all in the family. 8th anniversary and some top tier units like the Gogeta Vegetos will have experienced fighters. Ooh, the Vegeta unit. This is funny. This will be funny. So how would you get this on pure? Oh, you don't get this on Pure Saiyans. How would you get this? Pure. Oh no, you do share them on Pure Saiyans. Fine. Oh, that'll be really funny to see these side by side. That's going to be a really difficult situation because like he's him, but you have to transform with him, and I think it's from a KO sharing a Pure Saiyans on the family. But again, you only get this when you transform. If you rock that Vegeta, you might get same warrior race, fierce battle, legendary power, but you ain't getting this. But yeah, so let's have a look. What are we going to get? The Ultimate Gohans are on here. It's because of experienced fighters. No infighter. All in the family, you will also get that with the base form of him, right? So that's fine. So you can get him there as well. This guy's just had his EZA. What are we getting? Well, shocker, experienced fighters. But Super AGL, goddamn, Super AGL. God, this guy can do it pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's going to be pretty nasty. Super AGL, Pure Saiyans, Bond of Parent, Bond of Friendship, Turtle and Earthbred Fighters just suddenly got quite a lot more powerful, especially with a 200%. God damn it. In fact, shall we bring up, let me pause and bring up Turtle School, because I think it might be the best one going. Right, yeah. So, yeah, quite by far, 200% standalone. So this is huge for this guy. And what makes it better, what makes this good is basically the Goku team, right? It is basically them. So yeah, Kaioken Goku just had his EZA, so did this guy, right? These tournament units have just had the easy A's. That's something. These two are pretty decent. Yamcha, I believe he might be. Is he not like a? oh, he's Earthbred Fighters. I don't know if he's a 200%, but he's on Earthbred Fighters, but he's pretty solid. Like got Goku, the other Carnival Goku from the Worldwide Download Celebration, right? Pretty legit people here. There's some pretty decent people on this. So again, depending on how you run him, and he's base form. So like, yeah, you might not be able to strictly run him alongside this. He is called Goku. Now let's have a look. Is this guy just called Goku? Is he called like Goku and Friends? That will be something. Oh, he's just called Goku. No, you can't run him. Well, you can run them in the same team, but you'd have to have all opposite rotations. Doesn't this guy also guard as well? Imagine having them in opposite rotations and they both have guard, right? That's pretty nutty. And this guy is pretty insane for what he does. So yeah, you could make a pretty nasty team out of this. That's pretty great. What other ones is he on? Pure Saiyans. Okay, well, he can make out pure Saiyans as he has with like same warrior race and experienced fighters because that really helps with like the 8th anniversary units, Vegeta, Gogito, all that kind of stuff, transforming Goku. So yeah, it's pretty great. Saiyan Saga, I'd imagine, is he on Saiyan Saga? He's not. He's not on Saiyan Saga, despite the fact that this guy is. And is this guy? This guy's on it as well. Like they're more movie, but this guy's on Saiyan Saga. This guy's on Saiyan Saga, and so is he. And you're not on Saiyan Saga, and it's definitely that's weird. Why isn't it? Okay, well, whatever. So we are like, so what we are? Pure Saiyans, Goku family, Kamehameha, full power. Full power is going to be a weird one, right? As that loads, because like you will find that like, oh here we go. How are you going to rock this with full power? Super AGL, sure, so like Battlefield, but he's not showing up on the top 25. Or you're gonna rock? I mean, okay, yeah, okay, Beast Gohan, fine, but you ain't gonna rock this guy. I mean, you'll share legendary power phase battle, sure, maybe experienced fighters. I'm not entirely. What do they have? You'll definitely get like LR power for sure. Fierce battle, dude. Nothing. You'll share nothing but the attack link. That's pretty crazy. So like this full power is basically like a villain team. Why is he on full power but he's not on something like? Oh, this is interesting. So he's let's give that a refresh. So he's on full power, but he's not on like Saiyan Saga, which is like a good chunk of. Okay, well that's interesting. So like Turtle School's pretty great. Saiyan Saga's a bit of a whiff. Let's have a look. Has it come around? That's pretty weird. Okay, well anyway, regardless. But yeah, so I think overall he's pretty great. Let's just get back to the unit. Oh, you gotta love that. So here we go. And let me just cut and get back because for some reason this is down. Right, yeah, so it loads. So like, yeah, full power. Yeah, you just ain't gonna rock people on this. That's a bit of a problem. You just ain't gonna get anyone on this. That's how you work on this. It's mainly villains. But I mean, fine. But altogether, it's a pretty decent unit. I still think Gohan comes off better. As I say, the guard and the heal is quite enticing. But yeah, so it looks like each one of these requires. Well, see, like these, like the Gohan's kind of the same, where you go through a lot of random ass ones. We get like story events and some random old docking events. It's pretty cool. Okay, so that's fine. Pretty decent units. Again, you'll have a chance to actually be able to summon for these. Everyone gets a free chance, or as I say, you save up. I mean, there are on the teal banners, right? The teal coins. So again, some people have been going on for them. There was some on the last year's worldwide download celebration for Cooler or something like that. So again, yeah, fine. But yeah, I'll leave it to you guys whether or not you summon. I do think it might be worth a good punt. Like the first run at the very least is discounted, plus the fourth is free, and you're still getting stones. We're probably coming to the end of how many stones you can get um, from the anniversary. But yes, maybe it's worth thinking about the worldwide download celebration, but we'll get loads in there. Right, regardless, we've had a look at the new units. This will be focusing on the Goku. You let me know what you think. I have gone a lot and I haven't pulled him, and I will be stopping but buying him twice over with the coins. But anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. If you liked it, fantastic. If you didn't, well, it sucks to be you. But thank you, and bye bye.